Hey, hey, world history students. Driving to the grocery store. I'm with my daughter, Lily. She's all embarrassed. She's recording this. There's Lily. Say hi, Lily.
Hi.
There you go.
Restarted.
Some of you, no, I'm not restarted. I always do it on one take.
That's so stupid.
It is what it is. So anyways, as I go to the store, good job for those that have did their test. Those that answered the questions with regards to dropping an atomic bomb. Good job to those responding. Pretty interesting comments. Well done across the board. Good work. Hopefully you guys are healthy. You're finding something to do. You're keeping busy. I know these times aren't the greatest and they're new to everybody, but I'm sure you've heard that. I know I've already said that. All right, let's talk about the Cold War. So we're done with World War II. We finished with the bomb being dropped in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So now we're going to talk about the Cold War. So I'm just going to give you some quick little pointers, and I'm actually have my presentation on there, my Prezi on there for you. So it starts with the Yalta Conference. So when you go to it, you're going to hear about the Yalta Conference. This is where FDR, Stalin, and Churchill got together right before the end of the war, World War II, and they were basically deciding what they were going to do with Germany. They were going to divide it into 4 zones. They were going to decide what they were going to do after the war as far as all the other countries. And then it moves into capitalism versus communism. Make sure that you understand both stances. Basically, what you're going to learn is there's an issue between Truman and Stalin. Truman is obviously the president that takes over for FDR after he passes away, and you know who Stalin is. So then you got on slides 9 and 10, there's 2 pretty good detailed videos on the Potsdam Conference. So make sure you understand the Potsdam Conference because that's going to come up on your test on Tuesday. You have 5 days because today is Thursday. So on Tuesday the 7th is when I'm going to post the next test. So make sure you understand. But Lily is recording me as I'm recording myself. Anyways, I can multitask. I'm good that way. Anyways, this time around, FDR is not around. He had passed away. So you got Truman, you got Stalin, you got Churchill. Churchill, by the way, had just lost during the Potsdam Conference. He lost being the Prime Minister of England, excuse me. So really, you have a new person in Truman. You have Stalin that's still there, and you have Churchill. So make sure you understand what exactly happened at the Potsdam Conference, and make sure you understand the ramifications of it, positive and negative, more negative than anything. The next thing is the Iron Curtain. That's on slide 13. Make sure you understand who said it. Make sure you understand what it was. Make sure you understand the meaning of the Iron Curtain. Then you're going to see containment is the next on the Prezi, which is basically Truman's position to stop Soviet advancement. So you have containment. Then with containment, you have the Truman policy, the Truman Doctrine, and you have the Marshall Plan. It's all on the Prezi. Truman Doctrine, Marshall Plan, containment, Iron Curtain. Make sure you have that down. I'm going pretty fast here because I'm not giving you all the information. I'm just giving you a preview as to what's up. Know that in the Yalta Conference, the decision was made to split up Germany into 4 zones: British, French, the United States, and the Soviet Union. And the Soviet Union actually controlled Northeast, and the capital of Germany, Berlin, resided in the Soviet Union. That didn't go over well with the Soviets. They didn't like the fact that they were controlling a certain zone, but the capital was free. So there's a pretty cool video on slide 20 on the Berlin airlift. Make sure you understand that. And then it finishes up with NATO. NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This is a bunch of countries that got together to form an alliance. Make sure you understand that. The tail end of the Prezi deals with China. There's 2 Chinas, the People's Republic of China and then the Republic of China. They go through a civil war. Make sure you understand both sides. Mao Zedong, he's the communist for the People's Republic of China. And then you have Chiang Kai-shek, who was a Democratic, who had the support of the United States. Capitalist, kind of greedy. They go through a civil war. Make sure you watch the video and you understand what happens there. That's where Taiwan is formed. So Taiwan becomes its own country. It's also an example of how containment failed for Truman. And then it ends with the North and South Korea, the war in Korea. Again, you have North that's being infiltrated by the communists from the Soviet Union. You have the South that wants to remain free. Obviously, you have capitalism versus communism again. Make sure you understand what happened in the war. MacArthur, General MacArthur, he kind of gets into it with Truman. Understand why, understand what MacArthur wanted, understand what Truman wanted, and their beef. And then the president ends with Eisenhower, the new president, Republican president, Dwight E. Eisenhower, excuse me. Make sure you understand his position as the new president taking over. Perfect. 5 minutes and 50 some seconds. Stay healthy, be good. Did this all in one take. Say bye, Lil, since you started. Bye. That's my daughter, Lily. You guys will all see her next year when you're seniors and she's a freshman. Peace.